Turbulent times for the Russian army's top brass. As Vladimir Putin begins his fifth term as president, a major shake-up in the ranks, branded by many as a purge. It started in April with the arrest of Deputy Defense Minister Timur Ivanov on charges of bribery. He had been the subject of several media investigations into his family's lavish lifestyle. That was followed by the resignation of Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu, who was replaced by economist Andrei Belousov. Shoigu's right-hand man, Ruslan Salikov, responsible for the army's finances, allegedly asked to step down, and Deputy Minister Yuri Sadavenko, a general close to Shoigu, was dismissed.
The changes are needed for greater control over finances, because the budget has increased spending on the production of weapons. Because he is an economist, Andrei Belousov is the most suitable figure for the post of Minister of Defense. The current personnel reshuffles will not affect combat operations in Ukraine in any way.
Other arrests on bribery and corruption charges include head of the ministry's personnel directorate Yuri Kuznetsov and Major General Ivan Popov, a former senior commander in Ukraine. He has denounced the army's performance on the battlefield and criticized the chief of general staff. Popov has denied the corruption charges. Presidential spokesman Dmitry Peskov said the arrests are part of the fight against corruption and not a deliberate campaign, while the president promised the general staff would not change.
As for the general staff and the entire structure that ensures combat work, there are no changes here and no plans for change.
But a week later, the deputy head of the general staff was placed in pre-trial detention on charges of accepting bribes. Lieutenant General Vadim Shamarin had been responsible for the army's communications equipment. Many critics blame poor communication for battlefield failures in Ukraine, particularly in 2022. Even though Russia's defense budget is an unprecedented 7% of GDP this year, crowdfunding platforms are still raising money for drones, night vision goggles and bulletproof vests for the troops fighting in Ukraine. That's led to accusations of corruption in the army's ranks. The question now is whether the new defense minister will be able to break the pattern and put an end to the alleged corruption, or whether the new generals he appoints will continue the plunder. Yulia, Shapovalova, Al Jazeera, Moscow.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.